it's like, all the bigness of the cosmos and all the smallness of our lives, they almost look out like bread.
Disastrous fires in Australia.
Nation erupted into scenes of chaos, violence, as coronavirus linked panic buying.
We are all connected. All of us connected.
In this moment, it's like we're collectively holding our breath for what comes next. And in this great pause, I want to share an idea with you. One that we think could change the course of history. See, before the pandemic, we, the world of consumers, spent $63 trillion on stuff. And in that same world, 736 million people were living in extreme poverty. One world, two extremes, it just doesn't feel right. And then the pandemic hit, and things went from bad to worse.
The lockdown's pushing millions of people into the brink of starvation. The healthcare system is already overwhelmed.
And the strangest part of it all is while the world's been in turmoil, some people got really rich. And we know that because, well, we're one of them. See, when the pandemic started, consumers kept consuming and we made over $10 million profit. Our secret? We sold hand sanitizer and hand wash. It was like a gold rush. I mean, everyone who could got in on it. But with the best of stories, there's always a twist. And this story is no different. Because we are Thankyou, and we exist to bridge the gap between our world's two extremes. This isn't about making shareholders rich. We're a social enterprise, so the whole reason we make money is to get it to the parts of the world that need it most. Our focus is the end of extreme poverty. Now, this movement started in Australia. We have over 50 products, and it's because people first used their voice. Like when the two big supermarkets said no to us for years. Then people petitioned. They sung, danced, rapped, uploaded videos. 2 helicopter pilots even flew their helicopters for half an hour around the head offices for free. Both of them said yes. And then consumers used their choice. And together we raised over $17 million for the true heroes in this story. Our partners working on the front line, serving the world's poor on their journey out of extreme poverty. But imagine for a moment that Thankyou didn't just exist in Australia and New Zealand, 2 of the smallest countries on the planet. Imagine if it existed in your country, and for that matter, every other country too. Well, that wouldn't have been 10 million we just made in a few months. It'd be literally hundreds of millions of our collective consumer dollar. And so we had an idea. A local movement started this. But could a global movement take this idea to the world? Now, it's a nice idea, but to do it, we'd be going up against the biggest product companies on the planet. When we first started Thankyou, we had no idea about the game we're about to play, or those who we were about to play with. We think at a human level, our competitors like what we do. But at a commercial level, it's been the battle of our lives for over a decade, going head to head with a system that has our world in a chokehold. But it's 2020. And if that's taught us anything, it's that business as usual is out the window, and we must forge bold new paths forward. So today we're flipping the game on its head. We've just sent this invitation to P&G and Unilever. If you don't know them, they're 2 of the biggest product companies on the planet, and they literally run the world. They have hundreds of factories, they make products for billions of us every day. We've watched them for over a decade, and to their credit, they've solved some really complex ethical and sustainability stuff. Genuinely, it's impressive. So we've sent this invitation, and in it is a Zoom link to a meeting 2 weeks from today. We've also put a letter that outlines you can't buy Thankyou, no one ever can. But it's a partnership. In the same way that Adidas make and distribute Kanye's brand Yeezy, or Nestle make and distribute the Starbucks coffee pod into retail stores around the world. We thought if the system can unlock a model like this for a shoe and a coffee pod, and in that same process make billions of dollars for its shareholders, could the world not turn that same key for a product that breathes in profit and breathes out social impact? Now, this is not a story of David joining Goliath. This is a story of us, a consumer movement, finding a partner and together becoming a bigger David to take down the true Goliath. A $63 trillion consumer system that makes the rich richer and leaves the poor behind. But multiple industry experts have heard our idea. Say there's no chance these big two would agree to that because they buy companies. They don't partner with them in this way. And that's where you come in. This is not a simple, we take it to a few at the top. We need the many below, us the consumer, to unite our voice and together flip business as usual.
The city streets are again empty as Melbourne enters its second coronavirus lockdown.
Our borders are locked down. We literally can't even get out of our own country, but maybe with you, this idea can. So this is a call out to the world. We're asking you to say 4 words. I'm in, are you? Post it onto whatever platform works for you, then tag P&G, tag Unilever so that they know you're serious. Hashtag thank you to the world. Then call your mum, call everyone. Use what's in your hand to help this message go further. And at Thankyou, well, we've gone all in. So whilst we've sent the big two this invitation, we've also sent that same invitation to 9 of their direct competitors. Because if the big two won't help us on this mission, well, maybe someone else will. Now, how will you know how this story ends? Well, 3 weeks after the meeting, we'll be posting who's in onto one of the largest digital billboards in the world found in Times Square, New York City. And on that day, we look forward to celebrating those brave enough to flip the system and change the world. Now, there's one question I think you might be thinking. What if this whole idea doesn't work? But can I ask you another question? What if it does work? What if we're on the edge of a new normal, where the products we choose every day exist to right or wrong, an inequality gap so big that it should not exist, where us, humanity, working together to do good becomes as easy as breathing in and breathing out. This is no small plan, and if you're in, thank you.